Hello, this is a run through of Gothic Effects brush pack, my first set of digital brushes in the Shadowplay collection, specifically for Clip Studio Paint 2.0. That's either on the tablet or on your PC or Mac. This first set is a set that will really help out in creating posters, social media posts for like club flyers and things like that. That was my intention. So let's jump right into it. This first one is called Ripped Strip. And this was a late addition that I kind of threw in at the last minute and realized that it's kind of my favorite one. It's so versatile because you can do, border effects. I might do something like that and then select the rest of the page and just fill it with that same color. And then you got a great way of like breaking up spaces for text. And this one has like a little bit of transparency at the edges in a very ripped looking texturous way, and that's going to show through to whatever's behind it. In this case it's just white, but it really sells that ripped paper look. All right, let's move on. Next we have Stripe Sketchy. So with all these brushes you can use whatever color you want. Weird dirty orange, white. And so this brush is a seamlessly repeating sketchy stripe. Kind of got that sort of hatchy Edward Gorey look. And so you can use that for stuff like, filling in patterns on clothes, to borders, whatever you want. This next one, Checkers Sketchy, is the companion brush to the stripes, but it's checkers. It's 2 rows of squares. And so what I like to do with something like this is do it on a vector layer. And that way you can, line things up as needed and get things to fit just right. By the way, all of these brushes are for Clip Studio Paint 2.0 for the tablet or for your Mac, PC, etc. So if you haven't already gotten 2.0, go ahead and click the link in the description, and that'll be an affiliate link at no extra expense to you when you pick up Clip Studio. All right, let's see here. We'll clear these out. Let's start something else here. All right, so this next one is another favorite. It's called Release the Bats, and it's a collection of 12 or so different bat drawings that come out in a spraying random way. And as you saw in the intro here with the examples of like club flyers, is I might just do like a bunch of them, a bunch of bats, and then do the same technique where I select the rest and fill it with black. You also could bring down the particle size, and then you got distant bats. Create some depth that way. And then of course, just like all these brushes, you can use whatever color you want. So you can have some pink bats in here. I think you get the idea. How big can we make this? Pretty cool. Release the bats. All right, so with the chain brush, this is another seamlessly repeating brush. It's going to look best if you use a light color over dark, I have found, because it's really just painting in the light areas of a chain graphic. Of course, you can go the other way with it, and it still looks like a chain. It just looks a little strange because the outlines are missing, right? It comes with a little bit of pressure sensitivity so that you can kind of give it a little bit more life, and you can kind of make a chain wallet in perspective or whatever. So this next one is called Batwinger, inspired by bat wings. It seamlessly repeats, and it kind of just gives a little bat wing effect. I like to use it for like handwritten titles, That is Batwinger. All right, so next we have Hatching. It's pretty straightforward. It's just a way of filling in your drawings with some hatching, and you can kind of darken as needed and really get a fast Edward Gorey look. All right, the next brush is called Thorns Forever, and let's see if we can get a good color for that. This is going to come with the alternate thorn strip, which is just one finite graphic that begins and ends with these nice tapered ends. And it's not because of, you know, brush sensitivity, it's because it was drawn that way. So that's a nice way of adding a little extra detail if you need to. Up to you, because this has pressure sensitivity and it does taper, but it just, you can see it doesn't have quite as clean, nice ends because this was made to repeat. So now you have both options. The next brush is Fishnet Strip. This one, kind of same kind of thing, seamlessly repeating. And it was just inspired by if somebody was wearing fishnets on their arm or something like that. You get kind of a little tube of thrashed fishnets. Looks very gothic and cool. And that's got a little bit of pressure sensitivity to give it some life, but not too much. You can change that as needed right here, of course, whatever you want to do, but that's the default. Next is Spiderwebs Forever, and that is going to be a seamlessly repeating web pattern. I believe I might have been messing with the scale ratio, so I think the default is something closer to this, but it's all high res, so you can change the scale ratio right here to be whatever size brush, you know, whatever size web you're looking for. Don't be afraid to use these for print resolution artwork. Might as well mention the alternate for that right now is this one here, which basically I just clicked invert texture. You can do that to brushes yourself, of course, but just to make sure people know that they can do this, I've got this alternate where you can paint in the sort of the background color, the negative space of the web, and create a shape that has web transparency. It's backwards. That's all. Okay, so this other alternate is called Chain Filled, and in Clip Studio, I probably would just use this one. With this one, you can pick the outline colors and the fill colors for the brush. So let's see here, we could have purple on the outside and light blue on the inside fills, and you can do something like that. And so this is kind of, you know, more convenient brush that you might end up using more because if you're just doing black and white, you still would just have a black here and a white here. You also want to make sure that before you start drawing that you have this foreground one on the left selected, because if you have the background color selected, you're going to get just a solid color like that, which might help you or probably won't. But if you have this one selected, then you get, you know, a black and white drawing of a chain. Okay, so the last alternate that I included at no extra expense to you is called Stripe Sketchy Forever. And this is just a take on this stripe brush here, but while that's one color as a stroke, this is a stroke that's filled with the same stripe. You could change the scale ratio and get the stripes here to be the same as they are here. And I believe the defaults should have them already matched up. I think I've been playing with them and they got changed, but if there's a problem, let me know. And just like with the spider webs, you know, you could hit invert texture and also get kind of scratches of white into black, which also looks cool. And that's it. That's all 10 of the Gothic Effects brushes plus 4 alternates that you might want to play with. Again, you're going to want them for Clip Studio 2.0. There's a link below in the description. And by the way, if you are admiring my cool drawing glove and want to know how you can have one of your own for only 25 cents, there's a video that we can link somewhere up here. And that's going to show you how I make them for only 25 cents each, just for fun, just as an extra tidbit for you. My dog eats these whenever he gets a hold of them, so spending $7 plus shipping is not going to work in this household. So check it out. And that's it. We'll see you next time. There's more Shadowplay brushes on the way for drawing, also for creating your own Gothic and post-punk type people. Be on the lookout for them, and we'll see you next time.